Halito everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is CTO for the NYC Indian, and today we're going to be reviewing The Courtship, Episode 2. This is going to be brought to you from an urban Native American perspective, a mixed perspective, and a secular perspective. So let's dive right on in. We start off the episode with Miss Remy, and she has narrowed it down to her select group, kind of like The Bachelor where they do weekly eliminations. And one of the challenges they have to do, or I don't know, activities, whatever, is that they have to go inside a rowboat and, like this little pond, or I don't know, I guess it's a pond or whatever. And they have to get to know the parents. So the mom, they're both like such good sports, the parents, would your mother or father go on a freaking reality show, an NBC reality show with you, trying to find your husband? Oh my God. I can never imagine. But her parents are such good sports about it. So I really like her parents. And yeah, so the guys are trying to impress the parents, and they like start taking notes about who they like. And I noticed they like Hunter, who's the guy that travels, and and Captain Kim, the guy from Seoul, Korea. So like the guys are trying to impress her, and the ones that are in the boat by themselves and they can't get anywhere near Miss Remy or her parents, they decide to jump into the the pond. That was kind of nasty. Like, I don't know, I can't be in any kind of, I don't know, like if I go to the ocean, it has to be clear water. Like, I grew up on the East Coast, so the water is not like, it's clearer than the Pacific to me, but it's still not, I don't know, it's not clear enough. Like for me, or when I say Pacific, I mean like California and, other, Washington, Oregon, stuff like that. But like Hawaii to me is the #1 clear water, because I am afraid of anything that can swim that has teeth, okay? So in Hawaii, I'm so digressing right now. But anyway, in Hawaii, I love the clear water, and I'll only go in as far as I can see. Beyond that, which is usually like kneecap, maybe thigh area, anyway. So like jumping in any kind of like, some people, especially like down south, live near, swamps and lagoons and stuff like that. People go catfishing in those little bodies of water. Like, I couldn't, no, thank you. Anyway, all right. So those guys do all that. I say all that to say these guys jumped into the water to impress her, but I don't know. I don't think she was very impressed. So she's starting to get to know more of the guys, and she has an interest in God, I cannot remember his last name. The substitute teacher. She seems to like him. I'm still not sure about him yet. And then she gets to know the Dominican guy who, oh my God, what a tragic story. Like, just within months, he's lost his mother and his sister. That is like, I don't know. I mean, is that too soon to be like going through a process like this? I mean, I don't know. I just feel like, listen, everyone's grieving time and process is different. But I mean, he's obviously still emotional about it because it's still very fresh. So regardless of how well you process loss and things like that, I just feel like a few months is too soon to be doing this. But then again, hey, maybe he signed up for this show like 6 months ago, and then it happened as he was waiting for the answer, if he was going to get on the show or not. I don't know, but it's just either way, regardless of the circumstances when he applied and blah, 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 it just feels like it's a little too soon. I mean, because now Remy is over there, she's crying with him, and I mean, at first, well, before he even got to broke to her the news about his parents, or his mom and his sister, he was basically, giving a little bit of info about his background and stuff like that. Her dad is Haitian, he's Dominican, and that's the same island, so that, I mean, Haitian and Dominican, who else would know more about each other, like, in terms of background? Because I'm sure it's NBC, so I don't know if they're filming in New York or if they're in California, but I mean, that's, if they're in California, then it would be even more like of a big deal. Well, okay, it doesn't matter if it's California or not, because she's from Seattle. So I'm sure in Seattle, because I live over in Seattle too, there's not a lot of Dominicans over here. In fact, I haven't met one since I've been here, and I've been here for years. So maybe that Caribbean connection might kind of draw her in, but it just feels like, because there was, she was brought to tears. It just wasn't, it was a very sad moment. I mean, it just didn't feel like a romantic moment. You know what I mean? Like she's just like bonding with him over something that he lost. So I don't know if they're going to be able to get the spark going with that. But I mean, and then I was thinking, well, should he have told her right at that moment? Maybe he should have waited a little bit. But then again, I thought, no, maybe that's probably the right thing to get that out, well, I mean, out of the way, but like to be upfront about that, because maybe you start to like the person and then you realize like maybe a month in, or not a month, he probably wouldn't keep it to himself that long, but let's say maybe 2-3 weeks in, and that's enough time where you can start to really like grow a very strong attraction towards someone, and then you're noticing certain behaviors, or he seems, very down or something, and then you're like, oh, what's going on? And then he reveals that to you. Maybe that's something you would have wanted to know in the beginning. So I am definitely concerned about this whole him still being in the grieving process. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. All right, so let's get back to this Blondie. Okay, I don't even remember his name, and we don't need to remember his name because we all know who he is, because he keeps reminding us that he's tall and he has the jawline and all of this stuff, and he does have very nice hair. That I'll give to him. But he seems to be really eyeing that best friend, okay? Now, we see clips for next week, and yeah, I think it's gonna go down. There's always one. There's always like the little sneaky snake in every group. There's always like a little plant or something like that. This one, he's the one we're gonna have to watch out for. So he's here. Like I said, they all got angles. Not all of them, but some of them got angles. And I think his is to try and get some kind of modeling, acting, something like that. I mean, come on. So I don't know. She's narrowed them down. She's gotten rid of a few. Now, I did notice that the family really likes Mumbre. And I was like, okay. And, Mumbre is the British guy, right? And, he's a nice looking guy. I think it's the fact that he fits into that setting so perfectly. I think that they really need to get to know him, because I think it's more of he fits what they think, an English gentleman kind of, you know what I mean? He's just a guy from England, all right? They're not all gentlemen over there. Give me a break, he's got decent teeth, though. He's got decent teeth, all right? That's saying something. And no, I'm being petty, right? But the thing is that I did notice that he said that he likes to have dinner with his family. They like to have family twice a week, and he cooks a fantastic, what did he say? Was it a beef Wellington? I don't know. It was something like that. Some roast chuck or something. Well, that's kind of a nice thing. He likes to cook. But I want to get to know more about him. And it's just, I feel like it's more biased in his favor, because he is something that could be out of a Jane Austen novel, right? He already has that. And I think some of the guys sense that. Now, I noticed a little tension between them because, they're all competing or whatever. They got their testosterone and their energies and everything like that. And, some of them are jealous of the guy that went on the first date with her. And Captain Kim, he was all, let me tell you, was he not all in his head the entire time? And why is he captain and everybody else is mister? I don't understand that. But yeah, Captain Kim is so in his head that I don't know. I don't know. Listen, you got to be built for this. And I don't know that he's built for this. You know what I'm saying? You have to have you just have to have a lot of confidence. Your disposition has to be very, you just have to know who you are, because otherwise, you're going to be constantly threatened by everyone. And especially, for guys who maybe don't look like other guys, then, you can think, oh, was it, because I don't look like the other guys or something like that. Now, speaking of looking what people look like, did you see the one that she eliminated with that hair? And his name happens to be Mr. Lux, okay? That hair, can we just stop and talk about the hair, okay? I'm a medical worker. I take care of patients, but I also am a hairstylist, all right? So I'm absolutely obsessed with hair. And that man, let me tell you, if he would have came into my salon, I would have charged him double. Did you see how thick his hair was? The guy with the mohawk, you guys remember the mohawk, and then like the slightly blonde tips. His hair, like if you would have blown it straight, his ponytail would probably be this thick. It's rare that I see people with hair that thick. His hair was amazing. I didn't like the style, but God, that hair, like sometimes I get jealous because, I'm not exactly a spring chicken any longer, and the hair is not exactly as full as it used to be. I have a struggle in certain areas. You're trying to comb over and spray things into place. You need pins and stuff. So, when I see a good hair moment, I have to give props to the hair gods who bless this child with those follicles. But anyway, I have no idea at this point who I think she's gonna pick. She does seem to like Hunter. I do think she's gonna wind up with an American guy. That I think she's gonna wind up with. I know the family's really into the British guy, and I think she's gonna wind up with an American guy. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let's see. But anyway, that's enough of all this Regency chit chat and stuff. All right. I will see you guys next week. Okay, we'll tune in and eat some chocolates and decorate your house with a few flowers. Why not? This show, if nothing else, reminds us that sometimes it's nice to kind of take the time out and maybe just kind of spruce up your house. Spring is coming. If there's some nice flowers outside that you can pick. Don't pick your neighbor's flowers, but maybe get some flowers and put a tablecloth on your table or something. Small things like that sometimes actually can make you feel really good. It doesn't matter how big or how small your apartment or your house is. You can just kind of dress things up, take some of your cultural things from your background and get little pieces and vases and things like that. It can just make your house look nice and bright and springy. Get maybe an ethnic vase from your ethnic background and put some fresh flowers in it, and just watch how your family members, their faces will kind of light up when they see the table with a little tablecloth. It's just nice. You know what? It's spring. Why the hell not? All right, guys. So I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. I really appreciate your engagement. I make videos twice a week, and I will see you again in a couple more days for some other videos. Take care, stay safe, and Chippy Salacho.